Welcome, future steaders. Today we're going to be talking everything garlic, one of our favourite crops. There's a whole host of garlic that you can buy. You can get garlic's resistance to white rot, you can get garlic resistant to rust. It's up to you to choose. There's three main varieties that you can pick. There is soft neck varieties, which is this. You have hard neck varieties, which is this one, you can't bend the top, and you have elephant garlic. I save my garlic for seed garlic every year. However, you can get it online or even in the supermarket. Just pick an organic variety so it's not sprayed with anything. I do keep the best garlic, undamaged garlic, for planting. You want to pick the best location for your garlic, which is always south facing, full sun. To have good garlic, you have to have good soil. So I prepared this bed by putting down some cardboard and some horse manure on top. It's really important that your soil is not waterlogged with garlic. I have really heavy soil here, it's clay, so it's really important that I add organic matter every single year. So you really want to work on your structure of your soil. Healthy soil is healthy plants, because if you don't, the garlic will rot before it starts sprouting. If you've ever planted a whole bed of garlic but only some have come up, that's your issue. That and the birds. Birds don't eat garlic, but they do like pulling them out so that they can go ahead and eat the worms that find themselves around the roots. They do the same with onion sets. So garlic really likes nitrogen-rich soil. Got to make sure you amend it with lots of nitrogen-rich things like horse manure. Alright, so I'm using my hori-hori knife to go ahead and plant these. I don't think you need to have a hori-hori knife. I literally started with a piece of 4x4, no, 4x2, 4x3. It's a plank of wood, right, with like it etched on. My partner did it for me, and that's how I would know everything, because I didn't know how big a foot was. Honestly, I know I got one attached to my foot, but you know what I mean. But now I'm dead fancy. That's a foot, that's 6 inches, that's 4 inches. It's got all the measurements on them, right? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go 4 inches deep, which is that. 6 inches between them, unless it's an elephant garlic, then I'm gonna do a whole footer. And if you're thinking, oh Nick, you've got nice trainers on, why are you wearing them over here? It's because, right, I went on a school run like this, okay, and I was like, I'll remember to change my trainers. And then I got here, I looked down and I was like, it's me good trainers. And if you're thinking, what, she has good trainers? Yes, I've got dirty shoes that I wear over here, and I've got one pair of good shoes. These are my only pair of good shoes. I'm gutted. I'm not materialistic, all right? When I'm taking my bulbs, I'm taking off the world's smallest elephant garlic, as you can see. Wasn't a good year last year, so I've only got elephant garlic this big. So what I'm doing here is I'm picking the genetics I want in my crops. So this is selective breeding. So I'm selecting the ones that I want over the ones I don't want. So these are the ones I don't want. I want that one. Putting them back in the tin. The ones I do want are going to go in the ground. Elephant garlic's not a real garlic. Elephant garlic's a leek. Just FYI. Elephant garlic is also really, really mild in flavour. Lots of people say, well, why am I going to grow a garlic that's less mild in flavour? It also tastes a little bit leaky. To these people I say, well, wouldn't you like a leek that can store well over a very long period? Like this bad boy. Also with elephant garlic, you get something called corns. And if you plant a corn, it takes 2 years to make a garlic clove. The first year you get a round garlic that has not split. These bad boys are going to come home with me, and these are going to be what I have in my spag bowl tonight. This one, I'll probably say that I won't go ahead and plant this until all of these are gone, and then I'll plant it. Just watch. And remember, tips up, bottoms down. This bit here is the bottom. Do you see how it's nice and flat? This tip is what we plant that way up. The sprout will come out here and the roots will come out there like this. Oh, I didn't want to bury that. I don't cover up my garlic until I'm finished the bed. Why? Because I won't remember where I planted it. And it'll be all too close together. Okay, so it's super important that we have nice spacing because this area that I'm growing in happens to be an allotment, and allotments are known for a few things, but one of the most important things, well, one of the sad things that they're actually known for is pests and diseases. The more generous I am with the spacing, the better it is. We do grow quite a bit of garlic. I'm looking for about 200 bulbs here at the very least because I need to grow enough for next year as well. Now, if you do have a problem with things like rust, you want to be growing elephant garlic. It's not affected by rust because it's not garlic. Garlic is such a heavy feeder. So remember, when you're planting this out, you need to make sure you amend the soil. For each leaf a garlic grows, it gets a little bit thicker. It's like onions. Onions also love nitrogen. Every leaf is one layer. Look at this bad boy. If you have problems with white rot, when I first came to this allotment, which was about 3 years ago-ish, I got a terrible memory. You can go back, there's videos, you probably prove me wrong. We had a real big issue with white rot, and the issue is with white rot, it actually lives in the soil for 20 years, and I was gutted because garlic is my favourite harvest. I just think it's so useful. And I was absolutely gutted. I was like, oh, what do I do? Do I grow it all at home? What do I do? And I carried on layering up the horse manure. And I'm telling you, we don't get white rot anymore. Touch wood, right? If you've got a concern about white rot, I really do recommend this method. It's completely eradicated it in this allotment. I think it's because every year the soil was different. White rot completely ruins your crop. It goes all slimy and gross. But rust really reduces the size of your garlics. Wow, look at that one. It's important that you do crop rotation as well. And I know you don't want to be nagged about that. It's something that we don't want to do, plan it all. I'm one of them ones that I'm like, oh, it's all up here. If you're like me, then just remember it. Best thing to do is start a YouTube channel. And then you can be like, oh, what did I do last week? And you go back. This year, I've always grown potatoes on. And this year, I'm doing garlic. So, elephant garlic compared to a baby, the normal garlic. These normal garlics, I go for 6 inches apart. They're still going 4 inches down. Same thing, smush them all off. And then I'm just picking through. We don't want the small ones because small ones will make small clothes. There's a nice fat one there. So that's the bottom and that's the top, planted that way down. Those ones for dinner tonight. But Nick, you seem to be having a lot of garlic for dinner. Yeah, I know, right? Love garlic, not bad. Get these in. I like their little tails. I like that because then I can see where they are. So I do recommend every year saving some garlic. It's very expensive to buy, but you can grow some more if you've got the space. White rot thrives in areas that are not free draining. So you really want to work on your structure of your soil. Healthy soil is healthy plants.